Well, I guess you know what that means.
You've arrived at the potty.
You have arrived at your final destination in terms of hearing what you want to hear. And when I say final destination, I don't mean the movie franchise long ago where they used to just randomly die. Do you remember that?
No.
No, this isn't your final destination. But enjoy nonetheless.
Yes. Bit going on this morning. So we played a little game of Dead or Alive where we just, like to wax lyrical about people's mortality.
Yeah, we have fun with it.
Is that celebrity dead or are they still kicking?
So many people are like, oh, no, it's so sad they died. We like to celebrate it. Put coffees on the line.
You brought your wife a present. It went down like a sacco shizen.
It so did too. A genuine sacco shizen.
Yep.
Speaking of sacco shizens, there's a bit going on in the Oddie household at the minute because Greg is just trying to live his best life. He's this beautiful peacock and he's trying to launch off into the sunset and really find himself. Yet you're trying to pull him back.
So is this code for the man has left his wife and children behind to go on a 2-week European vacation in the middle of the year? Is that what peacocking means?
That's the way that you describe it. And the calls that came through, very mixed.
Yeah.
But surprisingly mixed.
Yeah. When I get home today, he'll tell me that he was the winner out of all of this.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
I'm sure he will. Enjoy. Have fun with that. Thank you for choosing the podcast.
I need your advice on something.
Well,
okay.
I'm so smart in this area.
Yes.
So you're welcome in advance.
So this is the situation the Oddie household finds itself in. Dad has gone and booked himself a 2-week European trip next month with his brother and his father.
Okay, so from the cues I'm getting now, you're unhappy about this?
I want to be happy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for him. He's going over to Dubai to meet his brother, then he's going to Rome to watch AC Milan play, and then he's just casually sauntering over to Montenegro to stay at this place called the One and Only, which is the most epic hotel on the planet, right? And he's only getting to do this because his brother's connections at work. So it really is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yes. Well done, Greg. Go off, Prince. Well done.
But the issue that I have is this is how the conversation went in the car driving back from our little getaway the other day. He goes, so the trip's all booked? I'm like, yep. And giving him donuts. And he's like, aren't you happy for me? I'm like, yeah, I am. However, it's very difficult to get excited for you when I will be stuck home doing a couple of jobs and looking after all the children. Like, it makes it hard when I know that you're going to be sunning yourself by a pool over there. And he's like, he just kind of looks at me and he's like, I need you to promise me that you are not going to hold this against me and throw it back in my face. And I said, I can't do that. I can't make that promise to you because at some point when you annoy me, I will. I go, remember that time you went to Europe for a couple of weeks with your brother and your dad and you left me at home? Remember that? Because I was working and I couldn't come? Can you remember that? I won't do that at all, Henry.
It's just okay, that's good. I feel like this is a little bit unresolved.
What do you feel?
So I felt like we should probably get an expert in just to really discuss that. And when I say expert, why don't we just speak to your husband directly, Greg? Hey, good morning, Greg.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. And can I just say, well done. I mean, you are just ticking so many boxes. Can I come on this trip?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of facts in that one. I haven't actually booked the trip yet. We're in the planning phase.
That is absolute BS. You've locked it away.
So maybe it extends then.
No, we're actually in the planning phase, and we're throwing some dates around right now. And then I was hoping they might match up with Jodie's holidays so she could come with me. But I can't guarantee you that, but I'm just looking at a few things right now.
Okay, so this is how it works. Radio holidays are locked in at the same time. Every year you know exactly when my holidays are, yet you've gone out of those parameters and gone without me.
Just want to double check, that's all. And secondly, the 14 days, that doesn't include the travel, to and from, which I wasn't aware of that. So it's actually a bit longer than 14 days.
Is it? So it's longer than 2 weeks?
It's 14 days in Europe. Got to get there, got to get back. And that's for looking after the children. I mean, I've already organised that. I've got your mum coming down, so don't play that card.
Colleen is coming down.
Oh, he left that part out.
Yeah, Colleen's coming down, to be fair, to help out with the kids, and I really appreciate that.
I mean, it's a great opportunity. I mean, it's like that time when they ask you to come back and play netball. I mean, I'm not going to stand in the way of that.
See? There you go. And I'm sure Greg's sitting there going, it's probably not good for her knees or her Achilles, but she's going to do what she's going to do. Now you need to let him shine.
What about when I suggested to you that perhaps you could return the favour later in the year and I could go on a girls' trip perhaps somewhere with my friends and have some time away from the kids? What did you say? You said something along the lines of, this is not about revenge.
It's not. And I mean, I'm open to suggestions with what you want to do, and I'll support that.
What are you, my travel agent?
And what I would like to say is that these days, and what we don't understand is just how beautiful the South Australian coast is, because, I mean, if you really think about it, what's the difference between Europe and the South Australian coast? Both beautiful places on the map.
Yeah, very similar. So I'm all open to it. And I just don't want her to use that against me down the track, Rob, which I have a feeling is what's going to happen.
Right. And
so as long as we're across that.
And how surprising that you jump on his side of this particular argument. How shocking to me.
I just...
So, I've just had a look. It's early May, so does that match up with your holidays? Or not?
I'm just all for people exploring, living their best lives and discovering themselves. So,
Greggy does that. Don't worry.
Well done, Greg.
No, loving it. I can't wait. And like I said, Jodie, I'd love if you could join us, but just not sure it's going to work this time. But maybe next time.
Oh, God. All right, thank you, darling. I really appreciate the phone call. 13 24 10. Whose side do you want to pick in this particular argument? Andrew Hayes has already drawn a line in the sand and jumped firmly over to Team Gregotti.
And be very careful how you go about this, because I'm starting to wonder if I've made the right decision.
No. Let's go to Eileen from West Richmond. Hey, Eileen.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Whose side are you on? Are you on Hayesy and Greg's side or my side?
I'm on Greg's side.
Oh, Eileen!
You didn't see that coming,
I want to say, come on, Eileen.
Okay, listen. So I went on 2 girls' trips, and I left my kids with my husband.
Yeah.
So I went for my 40th, 2 weeks to Greece with 4 other girls.
Yeah.
So I had a blast.
Yeah.
And 5 years later, we repeated the same thing. There was 5 of us, and it was just last year. And we went to Greece again for another 2 weeks. So, yeah, and he's not holding it against me.
He's not?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's obviously much less bitter and twisted than I am, Eileen. I'm glad you had a good time, though. That's cool.
Yeah, I did tell him, I said, you know what, you go and arrange for your boys' trip if you want to. I'll take the kids anytime. So, but I've done it twice now, and he hasn't planned anything. So I'm going on my third one soon, hopefully.
So he hasn't organised it, so she's going again. I love that for you, Eileen.
Very good stuff. All right, then. 1 zip for Greg and the boys.
Yeah, okay.
Now it's time to hear from Nick in Golden Grove.
Hey,
Good morning.
Nick. Oh, you there, Nick?
Nick, you there?
Oop.
Hello?
Hello, Nick. All right, thoughts and feelings around this one?
Definitely Team Greg.
Okay.
You got to let him go. He's just trying to get away. It's first time out by the sounds of it, so let him go.
First time out?
Sounds like it. Sounds like you got him locked in chains.
You get those vibes, don't you, Nick? You really do.
Nick, I remind you, this is a man who, for 10 years when we were together, went away every second weekend to play ice hockey interstate.
Joe's cut the cord. For God's sake. Am I right, Nick?
Go on. 13 24 10. Are there any women out there on my side at all? There has to be.
Even Zoe's against it. I think we can safely start this chant. Greg, 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 Greg. Jodie decided to vent some issues that are happening in her household at the minute, and it truly backfired.
Yeah, so basically my husband has booked a 2-week European trip. I've just found out he leaves the day of our anniversary. A bit of feedback from him. I can't go, obviously, because I'm back here working. He said, also you don't have a passport, so it's not even an option for you to go. And also the most cost-effective route to Bangkok, I have to leave 2 days earlier, by the way.
Yeah.
Just the hits keep on coming.
So not only, I mean, obviously he's trying to live his best life and he's really trying to spread his wings and see just how much his potential can be fulfilled, but he's also going the tough route there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, is this guy even real? He's that good. We did a quick survey, 1 million people, and they all said Team Greg.
And they all said, well done, Greg. And then there was a chant in the studio for Team Greg also. Let's go to Marissa, who is Video Guy Josh's fiancée. Good morning, Marissa.
Hi, guys.
Hi. What have you got to say about your partner?
I thought I'd call up and dob him in today.
Oh,
What's going on?
Okay.
So about a month in, when he started working, he got the chance to go to Bali.
Yes.
So he was all excited, all good, gets to the airport, and I get a message, "Oh, you probably could have come on this with me."
He should have kept those thoughts for himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
and
goodness.
to top it all off,
Yeah.
when he got back, he came back with COVID and gave it to me.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
Marissa,
Jodie, I am on your side with this.
thank you, because your partner, no less than 5 minutes ago, stood next to me and went, Team Greg, Team Greg, Team Greg. Holding it together, you boys.
Hey, Marissa, perhaps this is an off-air chat, but when's the wedding? Like, he 100% locked in.
There might be a discussion now.
Thanks, Marissa.
Beautiful guy.
Thanks.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
go to Rebecca from Seafood Meadows. Whose team are you on here, Beck?
Team Jodie. I'm a little bit of a jealous person.
Yes.
So, husband bought a new car, so the next day I went out and bought myself a new car.
Really?
Yeah, he picked up his car on the Saturday, and by Monday I was at the Hyundai dealership, and I just sent him a photo saying I'm getting one too. So that was it.
Love that for you, Beck. Please come along to Nova's Red Room tomorrow night.
Will do. That would be awesome. Thank you so much.
Drive your new car. Okay. See you there. Chloe from Mount Barker. Whose side are you on?
Absolutely yours, Jodie.
Oh.
I would want to be happy,
Yeah.
but I would be quite sour. And it needs to go both ways, man. He needs to organise the kids to be looked after and everything for you to go on a girls' trip for the same amount of time, all of that.
Yes. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you. Please come along and cheers to that at the Red Room tomorrow night.
Here we go. It just
you
sort
go.
of feels like you've, in the song, gone out and recruited some mates. I'm not really sure.
No, I just wanted a little bit of support. I was feeling very outnumbered. Have we got time for Monique?
Yeah, can we wrap it up with Monique? Good morning, Monique.
Hello there, how are you?
Good, Monique. Whose team are you on this morning?
Look, Jode, I'm really torn. I'm with you in terms of the resentment level, but my husband's done it to me. He nicked off to Koh Samui, of all gorgeous places, with a mate, and spent 7 days cruising around on motorbikes and having fun.
Oh.
So I didn't hold that against him right up until the point that he was leaving, and then just made some very significant, not so subtle hints about there's plenty of duty-free shopping time.
Yes, good point.
Goes both ways.
Good point.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. You better be bringing something back, mate.
100% Monique.
Okay, so there you go. That's your compromise.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What?
Whole heap of what?
What?
I don't know.
A free bottle of gin.
Yeah, chain vodka from...
That's so awesome. Thank you. A Clinique lipstick. Here
yeah.
you go, darling.
There you go. Evens.
Yeah.
For holiday accommodation more comfy than your cozies, jump on the What If app.
With hotels, holiday rentals, holiday parks and more, find the perfect fit for holiday you.
Book your getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge.
This is so juicy.
Jodies Juice.
Harrison and Adam, the cheetah pumpkin eater, had a good old-fashioned stoush last night on maths, or as you like to call it, what did you call it before the show? The two
between
of them
these
going
two.
at it. What did you call
Can
it?
I say?
Yeah, you can.
It's just a good old-fashioned flog off. Just two top-notch flogs going, well, I want to be king flog. No, I want to be king flog.
No, I want to be king of the flogs.
No, I want to be king of the flogs. So here's the boys having a good old-fashioned flog off.
I'm here to apologise so you guys know that I'm truly sorry about my actions for that night, and there's no buts involved.
More defensiveness, bro. It's more defensiveness. Just own what you did.
That's what he's doing now, bro.
So what I see is a guy who's willing to throw the boys under the bus to save himself.
Why is it to save myself?
That's what you always do, Adam. You just throw people under the bus to save yourself.
Yeah.
You throw everyone under the bus to say you did it to Jesse, you done it to me and Dan, and now
You're going to knock your wine over, mate. You're going to knock your wine over, boy.
I'll tell you what, I've said this before. If you're a fly on the wall during that conversation, you'd leave.
Yes,
You'd fly off.
As I say to my 9-year-old who has trouble checking her emotions, take a deep breath, boys.
Yeah.
Just count to 10 in your heads and think, okay, where does this sit on the emotional scale of things that could go wrong in your life?
But I want to be top flog.
Congratulations are in order for Lindsay Lohan. So the actress is pregnant and expecting her first baby with her husband. I'm going to say Beta Shamus. I've just gone for it. Or Bada Shamus. Hello, Bada speaking.
Is it beta or batter? Batter.
Bada Shamus.
No, it's not. It's beta. It's beta.
Oh, you two have a flog off. Fight.
Flog off. It's Beta.
Yeah, okay, it's Beta then. All right.
Abby's the voice of reason.
Here's Lindsay.
Dad, I'm almost 12. How long do you expect me to buy that story that the stork dropped me on your doorstep?
Lindsay Lohan from The Parent Trap.
She was so sweet, but she's gone through some stuff.
Oh, she's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
The memoirs at the end of all this will be quite telling.
Yeah. I feel like she's got it together now, don't you? Like she's regrouped.
Yeah, and then she'll be like, ha, watch this.
Yeah. But then, I don't know. Sometimes in my life when I think I've hit rock bottom, I just really go and outdo myself. So who's to say?
Yeah, right. Outdo yourself in terms of something good or?
No, so like I can go bottomer.
Oh, you feel like you bottomer.
Yeah.
What about when you feel like you're actually heading in the right direction?
Oh, that's good. That's a nice feeling. Yeah, I like that. I like it when it's trending up.
Yeah, let's do that.
But sometimes there's dips, you know?
It feels like what you're building up is for something quite serious to happen at Topic tomorrow night. Okay. Watch your space Friday morning.
The star announced the news via Instagram with a photo of a white baby bodysuit emblazoned with the words "coming soon." Very cute. Now, Ashley Graham, she's the woman who awkwardly interviewed a very rude Hugh Grant on the champagne carpet at the Oscars. Here it is.
What are you most excited to see tonight?
To see?
Yeah, well, I know that you probably watched a few of the movies. Are you excited to see anybody win? Do you have your hopes up for anyone?
No one in particular.
Okay, well, what are you wearing tonight then?
Just my suit.
Your suit? Who made your suit? You didn't make it.
I can't remember. My tailor.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tailor.
Yeah.
So I guess that if Flogs were playing in some kind of basketball competition, Adam and Harrison are in the NBL, and Hugh Grant is the MVP of the NBA.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So now she's come out and said, my mum always told people to kill people with kindness, so that is that. I'm not going to say anything more about Hugh. And then she jumped on Instagram and posed a nude photo.
Is that what happens these days? Is that how the kids tackle their issues?
She's a 35-year-old supermodel. People have praised her for keeping things real, but I'm a little confused about this messaging, I have to say. She handled herself with a bit of grace and dignity. Like, she could have really flailed in that situation.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'd be going, what do I ask now? What do I ask now? Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's flawless.
So she did really well. But now I'm going to jump on social media... jump on social media and just get my boobs out. I don't understand.
The boobs out and the purse is the only thing that's covering up the nether region too.
She's got one of those, and all the mums will identify with this, one of those really trendy country road purses that you can strap over your shoulder that are really in, or a Mimco one.
Yeah.
So she's basically gotten a Mimco and chucked it over.
Yeah.
Over
what do you think Hugh Grant's reaction is? Oh, my mother.
I mean, the amount of times I've just thought, I'm going to grab my Mimco and stroll down the street.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hayesy on this Daysey.
Is it Wednesday already?
God, how did we get here?
What? Oh my God, these days are just flying by. So make sure you capture them and live every moment. How's that for a bit of motivation on your Wednesday?
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
15th of March. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's go back to 1892. The first escalator, the Renault inclined elevator, was patented by Jesse W. Renault of New York. Can you imagine how unbelievably confusing that would be for people? I still get rattled on escalators right now. The good folks back in the 1890s.
Yes.
Didn't see that coming. They're like, at the top, oh, am I going to get sucked in? Oh, God.
But also, I'm that mother that goes, don't touch it. Don't touch the sides. Because I just think so many germs.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. That is true. Never lick the sides of an escalator. Never again. 1975, Will.i.am, William James Adams Jr., born in Los Angeles, California. Today is his 48th birthday. Hello, Will.i.am speaking.
I was just about to do the same thing. Hello, Will.i.am speaking.
So, who is it? It's Will.i.am. 1972, The Godfather movie premiered in New York. Is it strange for me to say, and my friends give me stick about this, I've never seen The Godfather.
Me either.
Really?
No interest.
Oh, wow, okay. Finally, I'm in amongst my people. 2001 Test cricket's longest winning streak came to an end when Australia was defeated by India. Australia had achieved a record run of 16 consecutive wins.
Oh, and that's got it. I think he's got it. Yes, he's got it. That's the end of Gillespie.
Then you start comparing that group of guys to the Invincibles back in the day, and now the current group's going pretty well. What we can safely say is that Australian cricket is in a pretty solid space.
Yeah.
Unless they're playing in India.
Yeah. On really dodgy pitches.
Yes, great. Let's wrap up a test match in 2 days. That's fun. In saying that, Nathan Lyon, take 8 wickets in an innings as many times as you want. That's fun to watch.
Go on, do it.
2006 Commonwealth Games opening ceremony was held at MCG in Melbourne.
Well, this is the scene here in Melbourne. We are ready for the opening ceremony. We've got 80,000 people here in the stadium and a similar number lining the banks of the Yarra River.
How good are the Com Games?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
Australia has won their 6,000th gold medal.
As long as we win the netball, I don't care.
Okay. And the number one song, 15th of March in 2002, was Ain't It Funny by J-Lo. I believe what she's trying to say is, isn't it funny?
I know. Why do we have to correct the grammar of all these superstars?
What we do know, though, is girls is plastic.
Geez, it was a big day for you on Saturday, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it? Just a beautiful catch-up with old mates to celebrate some old football war stories. It's good.
Was there anything else? Was there any other occasion on Saturday that you want to share with us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, there was.
Yeah.
It was my wedding anniversary.
Oh, how many years?
6 years.
6 years.
Oh, my gosh. And it was like we got married yesterday.
Oh, 6 years of wedded bliss to the beautiful Cara, who I don't think you deserve, to be quite honest.
That's really hurtful. When you think about it.
Well, when you tell this story, everyone will understand why.
Oh, look, I got a wedding present. As you do, because I just get it, and I'm a lovely, charming guy. I can't even say that with a straight face.
What'd you get her?
So I ventured, after some feedback from several people, I went to, for the first time, I went to Tiffany & Co.
Oh, how was that? They've got a security person on the door.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because it's almost like they saw me coming and go, you're a bit of a newbie here, aren't you?
Yeah.
So there's someone at the door that lets you in.
He's a fish. He's out of water.
He's a fish. He doesn't know where he is. Look, he's just flapping in, getting water everywhere. Put something in his stocking and let him go home.
Yep.
So that was the first it wasn't a red light for me, but it was probably a red flag for them when I was just so surprised that someone greeted me at the door.
Right.
And then next, I don't want to sound like I'm a tight ass here, but I'm aware of my cash.
Okay.
That's what I'll say, right? I'm aware of my money.
This is the man who has been riding a push bike for the better part of this year because he lost his sponsor car and won't go out and buy another one.
I mean, my old undies had holes in them, so I just threw them out. So right now, I'm just wearing a towel. No, that's a lie. I made that up. So I Googled one of the necklaces there, and it had, I'll drop some figures, it had $350.
Okay.
So I went in there.
That's doable.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's doable. It's pretty solid. Like, come on.
Okay.
So, and I went in there and I said to the bloke who straight away looked at me, I feel like he looked me up and down and said, you don't belong here, do you, champion? In his head, he was championing me, I reckon. And I said to him, I had the nerve because I was in a rush as well to say, I was looking at the... I was looking at the necklace that was worth about $300 or $350.
Yeah.
Could you point me in the direction of that necklace?
Yeah.
And then he sort of looked me up and down 6 or 7 times in the space of about 10 seconds and said, the cheapest necklace here is for $130. To which in my mind I went, you're shitting me, aren't you? But what came out was, okay, great, no worries.
Yeah.
And also, clearly, he knew he could get a scope of how old I was and probably what sort of relationship I was in and all these other sorts of things. And then, first time here, to which he sort of smugly said that. And I said, yes, it is.
Yeah.
To which in his head, he's like, yeah, no
This smacks of a guilt present, but anyway, because you went to the reunion instead of taking your beautiful wife Cara out.
And then when I gave it to Cara, appreciated the gesture, but then again said, there's 2 things she said. She said, one, I would have been more impressed if you said, look, I just made an extra one-off payment to the mortgage with that sort of money.
Uh-huh.
And 2, she said, I'm not complaining, but I'm not 21 anymore. And then it makes sense because I remember when I was leaving Tiffany & Co., the bloke said, I said to him, like, thanks, everything good. And I said, thanks, mate. I'll see you again soon. And he sort of looked at me with a smug look on his face and said, yep. And I'm leaving going, does he mean I'm going to come back and exchange or get a refund? But he just sort of looked at me. And I know that he was thinking he'll be back in a few days because this gift is not going to hit the spot.
Or he's looking at you thinking, this has physically hurt this man to hand over $4.50 large. He ain't coming back here ever. Well, after a particularly bad few months for nasty accidents and foreigners acting up on two wheels in Bali, the governor has had enough. There is a push to ban foreigners from driving the scooters when they're on holidays.
That's the electric scooter.
That's an electric scooter.
Listen to the electric scooter doing its best.
So the news has sent shockwaves through social media, and some tourists are furious at the prospect of no longer being able to get muffler burns and road rash and sunburn on your shoulders just from cruising around all day.
Oh, no.
Seminyak.
That's such a shame, isn't it?
I had an incident on a scooter once.
Of course you did.
It's Seminyak. After a good couple of hours at Potato Head, my husband and I jumped on our scooters and tried to ride home. Now, this is where the story differs, because I would argue, black and blue, I braked very hard because a taxi pulled up in front of me, right? He braked hard, so I braked hard. I subsequently flipped over the handlebars onto the road, and then people came running from everywhere as I'm like prone on the ground.
Did you land on your back?
Yeah, no, I did, because I flipped so far that I didn't land head first. I'd gone further than that.
Look, you're all right now, but
my husband Greg will argue that taxi didn't exist.
Yeah,
that I was just a little overzealous on the brakes.
On the brakes.
That I flipped myself over.
Did you go both brakes, front and back?
Yes.
Can I 13, 24, 10, how much would you pay to see that vision? Like, what would that vision be worth?
Of me flipping head first over a scooter.
Oh, my God. Just for an almighty laugh.
I did end up in like a medical facility just attending to a few little injuries that I had on my arms and my legs. But also, as I'm lying there on the ground, obviously people can see that I'm injured, and I get up, dust myself off, and then almost immediately, you know those people that come down there and they go, Valium? You want some Valium?
Jodie and Hayesy, dead or alive.
Welcome to the Princess of Death, producer Zoe.
Oh, my favourite nickname.
Yes.
Good morning.
Waited your whole life for that nickname.
I have. It beats Tweedledum. That's what I got in school.
Aww.
Because my last name's Tweedle. Everyone used to pronounce it Tweedle.
Well, that's not even original. That's stupid.
Yeah, agree.
We've touched on your torturous childhood before, haven't we?
Torturous child.
You moved 16 times.
I did.
Relentlessly bullied.
Couple of different dads.
Several different mums. Oh, my God.
Only two mums. All right. You want to play Dead or Alive?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, go on then.
Me, when mum hears this, I'll be dead. All right. Dead or Alive, you know the drill. I'll give you a few celebrities, a bio, when they were born. You tell me if they're still with us or not.
Okay, good.
First up, Christopher Lee. So Christopher Frank Carandini Lee, CBE.
Many men sailed in, King, and made peace afterwards. Can we not take counsel together as we once did, my old friend?
An English actor and singer in a long career spanning more than 60 years, Lee often portrayed villains and appeared as Count Dracula in 7 Hammer horror films, as well as playing Saruman in Lord of the Rings. Born May 1922, dead or alive?
Oh, I'm just going to say dead straight up. That would make him, 101 or 102 this year?
Something like that. Yeah. 101 this year.
Bit of quick maths.
People have lived longer. Jodie?
I'm going to say dead too.
Correct.
Yeah, come on.
Dead, yeah.
All right. Hey, if we draw this, given I'm the previous winner from last week,
yes.
Do I retain the mantle as winner?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just like even if it was a 2-2 draw in the cricket over in India, then India would have retained the Border Gavaskar
I see
series.
what you're saying, because there was a good 35 seconds when I was thinking, what the?
What is he talking about?
Okay.
All right, next up, Helen Reddy. Helen Maxine Reddy, an Australian-American singer, actress, television host and activist. Born in Melbourne to a show business family, Reddy started her career at age 4, famous for her hit, I Am Woman. Born October 1941, dead or alive?
Oh, yes.
I am strong. I am
Invincible. I am dead. That's my answer.
Yeah, all right.
That's my answer.
Jodie, what do you think?
I feel like she did die.
Correct, again.
Do you want to sing it? I'm dead.
I am so dead.
I'm no longer with everyone. Rest in peace.
This is grim. Well, correct. That's 2-all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is the decider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ed O'Neill.
I can just imagine my old man with his buddies sitting at their lawn chairs, laughing their asses off that I missed a whole day of football because I'm trying to get in touch with my emotion.
Edward Leonard O'Neill, an American actor and comedian. His biggest roles include Al Bundy on Married with Children and most notably Jay Pritchett on Modern Family, in which he is nominated for 3 Primetime Emmy Awards and won 4 SAG Awards, the Screen Actor Guild Awards. Born April 1946, dead or alive.
I tell you what, I remember watching that show as a young child, Married
with Children.
Yeah. And just thinking, even I knew then, this guy's a sexist pig.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, he's great on Modern Family. but on the first show, it was
Al Bundy.
And he made like suggestive comments about his daughter.
Oh, my
who was
goodness.
Yeah, I know. It's horrendous. Anyway, he's still alive.
Oh, wow. Someone's a big Peg Bundy fan. Yeah, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say that he isn't with us anymore.
Incorrect. Jodie. Jodie for the win. You don't retain that title.
Wow.
And coffee on Hayesy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Al Bundy ever runs into Jodie, he might be dead. A big show coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, Orazio Fantasia is going to join us from the Port Adelaide Football Club because footy's back.
Footy's back. Didn't that just creep up on us?
Not really. I've been waiting for ages.
Yeah, and particularly Port supporters have been waiting for a long time as well. First class and 50k, more opportunities to get yourself on the standby list. And what, your last tickets? Last invites?
Yes, because it's on tomorrow night, so that makes sense.
So I don't think we're going to give invites away on Friday.
No, I wouldn't have thought. Are You Schnitting Me is back as well.
All right, have a fantastic day.
Thanks
Catch you
for
tomorrow.
your real lack of support today. Appreciate that.
Greg.
Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy.